不及，看不见终点在哪里。深邃又细，我的心，我就在浪里。Ready。飘荡荡，爱有时忽高有时低，推着我向前，每一天。
声音不错。
曾经我放纵享受，到最后无处解脱。越心痛就越快乐，越想快乐越寂寞。也许明天没有谁陪我走过潮起潮落。也许
This singer is doing a really great job of these big, bold notes. This song is interesting so far, especially on a show like this, where you're trying to, as a singer, you're trying to show off and you're trying to get, obviously, the judge's attention as quickly as possible. The beginning of this performance was really steady. Not bad, not good, not anything, just in tune and nice and pleasant. Pleasant may be the best word for it. And until she went up into these higher notes, I was kind of like, what is she going to do to get them? Now these high notes are clean and beautifully executed. But for me, the singer so far doesn't feel... It just feels nice. It just feels nice. There's nothing yet that I'm like, oh, this woman is really interesting. This artist is really interesting. So far, I just think it's good, it's well executed, it's clean, supported, and that's not bad. That's a great place to start. Ooh, a little cry, liked it. I don't know if she meant to do it exactly what she did. Well, that was not fair. But I think she might have missed what she was going for. Actually, this is based on what I said. I want any of you singers out there to take note. I said, this is, I guess I'll rephrase and say, this is not terribly unique of a tone, but it's very pleasant. And look at what we see. We see them turning their chairs around, because in being pleasant and being stable and steady and just nothing too fancy, but just extremely pleasant and stable and thoughtful and with control, is often enough, if, as you see here, for people to be impressed and excited to hear more. And the reason I'm saying this specifically to singers is because I obviously work with singers, and I think people get darn near obsessed with the bells and whistles being really fancy. Riffs, runs, grit, all the things that can make a singer interesting or memorable or make us say, oh, this singer's very talented. And I think those things are wonderful, but this is just an example, a great example of how just being a great, she's just executing the melody well, really well. Those high notes particularly sound, they really wash over you. But take note, singers, this is not bells and whistles. This is just good, solid, pleasant vocalizing, and it's enough. Keep that in mind. okay. She did get into some really high compressed belt notes. Not every singer can do that. So I can see why everybody is really impressed at this point. But up until now, it was just really solid. So now we see that one of her strong suits is her upper belting, mixing. She's able to really, really pull up there with keeping the thickness still. Good, good. Do they use auto-tune on the voice here? In America? I don't think so.
I don't know.
I don't think so. I don't watch it, if I'm honest, but I don't think so. I think this is really like perfected.
Yeah, this is not live. Definitely not live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, a little short hair girl. Mm-hmm. For whatever reason, I like the vibe of this style of this singer better. I like this more stripped down. I wouldn't call it R&B, but there's like a more of a kind of feeling to this. Now, keeping in mind too that the first singer was edited to perfection. You know, that doesn't mean she's not a great singer in and of her own right, but if you watch my videos, you know that if there is not a single note deviation, the performance has had some editing, which is fine, totally fine. This I haven't decided yet, but I do find this singer more interesting, and I like the vibe of the arrangement of this song better so far.
越心痛就越快乐，越想快乐越寂寞。
It's very likely this has a similar amount of processing to the first one, so.
也许明天没有谁陪我。
Yeah, but I prefer this.
我走过潮起潮落，也许
Ooh, I actually really like her tone up here particularly.
明天还有你。
And she has a great use. 还有你. I really like her extremes. I like to hear singers really back-to-back different tones, and she's really utilizing that.
陪我开始。
So vocal fry and just all the things that make us feel all the emotions.
直 到最后爱一望无际，我在浪里。我就在浪里，飘飘荡的爱，有时候高，有时低，推着我向前，每天。
Cry.
曾经我放纵享受，到最后无处解。
I find those details when singers do things like that. Ow! That particular thing reminded me of Sinead O'Connor. Do you know who that is? Sinead O'Connor. But I find those details really draw me to an artist when they are willing to, I don't want to say do experimental things, but when you choose to make sounds like that, you have to be deliberate enough to kind of have the plan, but relaxed enough to let it actually manifest the way you were kind of steering. So, yeah. And when singers make sounds like that, they end up sounding like themselves. That's how a singer kind of gets an identity and sounds more like an artist, if you know what I mean.
越心痛就越快乐，越想快乐越寂寞。也许明天没有谁陪我走过潮起潮落。
Oh, that was very Celine. I liked the first singer's tone. Actually, I quite liked it, but I'm still just enjoying this performance overall more.
也许明天我还有你陪我开始，直到最后还一望无际。
Again, back to backing the big thick tone with the more thin tone. Did you hear that? So she starts floaty, starts floaty, pushes all the way into that mixy thick sound without a break, without a pause, without a syllable, without a different word. Great vocal technician. And I paused too soon to see that she moved from floaty airy, high mixy with dissonance and grit. She got all the way there. Stuff like that just adds more depth to a performance. So I could have even preferred the first singer's tone, but the depth of this singer draws me in more. You can hear how easy she must, yeah, it's very, very easy for her to use that thick tone up there. And I will say too, regarding the song, I can see why singers like to sing this song. The beginning allows you to be kind of delicate, and then halfway through the song when we shift into high gear here, these melodies, I can feel myself wanting to sing these melodies too, so I see why singers like singing this song.
陪我走过潮起潮落，也许明天我还有你。
It's kind of showy-offy, but I'm here for it. I like it.
直到最后。
Nice and compressed way up there. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
的明天。
Lots of fun little details.
也许明天我还有你，我的明天，我的明天。
So this tone is not mix or belt. She's used a thin tone to kind of sail up there, but she's done it on purpose, and I think it's a nice choice because we just heard a whole bunch of thick, belty stuff. So now this feels like a nice floaty elevation. I think it's excellent, excellent steering, if you will. Really well done. Oh.
还一望无际，我在浪里。
Lovely. Yeah. Yeah, great work. Oh.
海一望无际，究竟终点在哪里？神最有吸引我的。
Can I just say I'm here for all these babylicious women with shorter hair? It's quite lovely to see.
我就在浪里，飘荡荡，爱有时候高有。
I'm curious what's going to happen with two singers when this song opens up into the big section. If they're going to be like sword fighting over top of all these big notes. Curious.
是的，推着我向前，每一天。
Pretty thick vibrato for this gal with the longer hair. And yeah.
曾经我放纵享受，到最后无处解脱。越心痛就越快乐，越想快乐越寂寞。也许明天没有谁陪我走过潮起潮落，也许明天还有你陪我开始，直到最后还一望无际。在浪里，我就在浪里。
Both of these singers have slight stylizations that are a little more traditional, let's say, from sort of days gone by-ish, even though I don't think either of them are terribly old. So it's just a style thing, just a choice thing, just a personal artistic style of both of them. They are using unison and breaking into harmony. That's what we've heard them do a few times. So far, it's okay for me. It's okay.
飘飘荡荡，爱有时候高有时低，推着我向前。
Chen. Now, again, I don't know this language or this word, but just the coach in me recognizes kind of that landing. When singers, maybe it's better to demonstrate. Instead of len, I would prefer to hear len. Again, I don't know the word, but it's a bit of a crash landing for that singer. Both are good though. Both are great, both are fine singers.
曾经我放纵享受，到最后无处解脱，越心痛就越快乐，越想快乐越激动。也许明天。
So we're making great use of both singers as far as doing harmonies. The track, the instrumentation seems a bit high. We can't really hear the singers over top of now the full choir in the background, but they are definitely singing harmonies, so that's cool. And both of them are, belting and mixing, and that's cool. It's working. It's working.
没有谁陪我走过潮起潮落，也许明天还有你陪我开始，直到最后还一望无际。
Great work on these harmonies, these subtle harmonies. Awesome.
我在浪里，我在浪里。
I think that's really great use of two powerful singers. They sang two different notes. We heard harmony. One of them was in a more pointy, belty place. One was a little bit more floaty. They stayed pretty stable. I think for whatever reason, my favorite is still the one previous to this. Just my personal taste, but I think this is a really great use of two vocalists on a big song. They don't sound like they're fighting. They're working together harmonically and energetically. So I say bravo, because it's easy when there's two big singers working together to fight, with your voices and kind of fight for more power or the higher note or louder, longer, faster, stronger. So I think this is a good display of two strong singers working together.
也许明天没有谁陪我走过潮起潮落，也许明天还有你。
Yeah, that was probably the highlight of the song. Really excellent harmonizing there, and both powerful, both really coming through.
我的明天，我的明天，我的明天。
It's a lot, but it's good.
还一望无际，在浪里。也许明天。
Great work. Good job.
That was live. I think that was live.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is a really different feel. This almost feels dramatic, like a circus or like a play or some sort of production, the arrangement. like a Disney movie. Her tone is lovely, and this is definitely more youthful feeling and sounding than the last performance. We're hearing less vibrato and less, deep vibrato, so this just feels more current. She's just younger and a lovely vocalist so far. I don't want to say that only young or youthful singers can sound current, but it is definitely, in a way, easier for them because it's really mostly what they've been exposed to, as opposed to singers who have kind of moved through other decades. So a singer who's from another decade has to work really hard and really have a desire, and it's not even that you should have the desire, but you would have to really have a desire to modernize some of your habits. And it's hard. It's possible at any age to do this, but it's more challenging when you've had habits from past years. Oh, this is good. This is really good. She's doing really well with these higher notes. This is good. I love seeing her mouth open all the way. It's real. I always like to point that out to singers. Drop your jaw, open your mouth. But even more than thinking of dropping your jaw and opening your mouth, think about what it feels like to really yell. You would naturally open your mouth. So it's good to see her leaning into that. Excellent pitch bend on her way up to that very compressed belty note. She, in her natural style, is very expressive. Her habits, her singer habits that make her artistic characteristics are naturally, innately very expressive. She'll do some glottal stops in the middle of words or phrases. Yeah, she's a really expressive vocalist. Oh, yeah, did you hear her just move into her floaty falsetto right in the middle of all this big belty stuff? Great. Nice vibrato. Nice, really nice. I think this gal and the second performer, who was also in white, I think those are my favorite two performances. Everybody in these videos were really strong vocalists, but I think those were my favorite two takes on the song: renditions, arrangements, instrumentation, and vocal performances. 2 and 4 were my favorites.
Maybe I should surprise you with the fifth one. Maybe. I hesitate. I don't know if I should.
Oh God, is it you?
No, it's my friend.
Have you ever thought to yourself, golly gee, I wish I could expand my vocal range? As a vocal coach, I'd say this is one of the top 3 things people are looking for. But here's the thing. I can help you unlock your range. But your vocal cords, your voice box, your vocal apparatus is a physical instrument. Just like a saxophone, trombone, tuba. There may be notes you're not accessing yet, but I can't change the shape of your physical instrument. So if you say to me, I'd like the same range as Robert Plant, I'd like the same range as Tori Kelly. Fam, I can only help you unlock what is already there. Here's the secret. Play! The more explorative and experimental you are with your voice, the more you'll discover. Something as simple as, hey! When you're being loose and wiggly and jiggly, that's where you'll find your range. Hello, my friends. Rozette here. Firstly, I want to start by thanking all of you for subscribing to our Billy monthly membership. We never even announced it. We never even promoted it. And yet here you are. We are flattered, we are touched. Thank you. So we've been thinking long and hard about what we can offer you guys as far as exclusive perks go. And here's what we came up with. If you are a monthly member on Billy, you can now participate by sending us a video of you for me to review. Our plan is to choose 5 videos per month if we have enough qualifying submissions, which will go into a brand new one-take challenge reaction episode. Here are the rules. Number 1, you can only submit a video of yourself. It has to be you. And when you submit it, you give us permission to use your video on our channel. Rule number 2, this is a one-take challenge, my friends. So no camera cuts, no pitch correction, no big editing. If you are an industry professional and you want to do a little mixing, add a little bit of reverb, be my guest. But if you start adding pitch correction and editing, you know I'll probably hear it and I'll probably point it out. So one take. Please sound human. Rule number 3, each member can only submit 1 video per month, and that video can be only 1 song, 3 to 5 minutes long. Rule number 4, you can wear a mask if you like. I would be happy to review a video of Batman or Spider-Man or whoever you might be, but I have to see your mouth. I have to see your lips and your mouth, okay? Rule number 5, video quality. It's gotta be decent. You can use your phone, you can use whatever, but it has to look good, at least 720p HD. Rule number 6, sound quality has to be pretty darn good. I need to be able to hear you, your voice, clearly. So don't shoot this video in a karaoke bar or at a bus stop or out in public. No ambient noise, clinking and clanking and forks and knives and stuff. I need to hear your vocal detail clearly. And from me, I promise to give you the same love and compassion and respect that I give all the artists I review, and the same critical eye. I am freaking stoked. Send your videos. Let's go!